Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me.
And
And also my father.
Thank you so much, Dr. Chao. Thank you. So we know tomorrow you both will sit on the platform of the Congress, just a few steps away from the president. And you'll be, among all, you'll be the probably only two Asian Americans on the platform as a symbol of all Asian Americans. So how do you feel?
Well, I'm very blessed to have my father with me still. And I'm so happy that he is able to be here and celebrate this very special occasion with me.
It's 非常高兴呀，这个用英文讲起来，非常高兴，而且 very excited 呀。这个预计是能够跟大女儿在一起，这个我晓得，这个大女儿是非常孝顺的，她每样东西都要希望跟我同享，所以呢，她也给我许多鼓励，使得我能够一直有一个很好的兴趣保养，保持自己的心态非常愉快。所以呢，我要感谢他。因为中国的习惯很少自己称赞自己女儿的，不过呢，这是事实，是吧？我想，所以观众都会看得到，这个子女的孝顺，这是父母的这个福气。可实际上面呢，也是我们中国的固有的这个美德，从礼教开始，这个以忠孝为本，这个就是我们中国的这个基本。所以呢，我们的根提醒我们的根还是在中国，所以今天特别高兴，家乡的电视摄台能够来拜访，来采访我的女儿，那是非常高兴。现在先想这个向家乡的父老，祝他们春节快乐，新年如意。谢谢你们对我的培养，因为你们对我的培养，我参与今天做下来。谢谢大家。
Okay, so it's actually you're not only the very first Asian American female to be in the president's cabinet. Now you are the only one Asian American to serve as U.S. Secretary twice. So how do you see your historic achievement?
I don't really view it as my historic achievement. It's much more, a milestone for Asian Americans. I want my journey to be an experience for everybody, most especially Asian Americans, which is why we agreed to talk to Shanghai Media Group. You have a new opening, the building is beautiful. My father went there as my surrogate because I could not make it because of all the press of new business. But I hope that in speaking with your wonderful television station, that more Asian Americans can understand mainstream America. So that is our purpose, to share our experience, which has been so unique, so that more Asian Americans can see all the opportunities in mainstream America.
Right. And let's talk about your new position. And hardly anyone is more experienced than you in the field, since you used to work for Maritime Administration and also serve as Deputy Secretary of Transportation. So what do you try to achieve this time as the Secretary of Transportation?
Well, we have three major goals. One is that safety is always a top priority of the department, and that is very important. Number two, the President-elect has talked about improving the infrastructure of America and to make America great again. Infrastructure is a very important component of the overall competitiveness of a country and also of increasing the productivity. So repairing the roads, the bridges, improving our infrastructure will be a key concern. And then thirdly, looking to the future. America has such a strong place around the world because of our technology, our innovation, our creativity. And so we have a lot of emerging new technologies, such as autonomous vehicles, artificial intelligence, drones, that are helping to advance our society. But they're also bringing a high level of anxiety. So we as a society have to help those who have those anxieties to feel more comfortable with emerging technologies. And we need to have that before we can start thinking about how to manage that. Because emerging technologies will change the work in which we work, the way in which we work, and also travel.
Right, you just mentioned about the president-elect.
Yes.
Through your interaction with him, what's your impression of him?
He's impatient, he wants to get results, and he wants to make America great again.
Right, so in terms of making America great again, so how will he achieve that goal?
There's so many of his programs. We want, I'm sure, to, as I mentioned, rebuild our infrastructure, but we're also talking about so many other areas as well. For example, our international standing. That's not my portfolio, but the president wants to make America relevant overseas and make America a country of respect again. And there are many issues within the United States that we're going to have to tackle. We will have to tackle the deficit, the debt ceiling, the deteriorating infrastructure, the health care that has not been as so many people have expected. So there are a lot of issues in which the president hopes to improve society and improve the country.
And through your appointment,
Yes.
how do you see your appointment can bridge the understanding between the East and the West?
I would hope that that would be the case. You know, in every starting administration, there's always a getting acquainted phase. So every administration, when they come into office, is tested in the international arena. And so I think for countries that are not going through a major change like ours, to be patient and to work with the United States, because I think the United States wants to work with others. There are real legitimate issues of concern, and I think the only way to resolve them is through communications and mutual understanding.
Right. And we know when President-elect nominated you to be his Secretary of Transportation, the first one that you call is your father.
Yes.
So I'd like to ask Dr. Chao, what was your reaction when your daughter calls you, tell you that she was offered by the president-elect about the job?
Of course, very excited, but I think it's expected. I personally, because if you talk about the transportation, she is the best person, best selective person. Nobody like her with such kind of good experience and good this kind of good personality. She's in Chinese saying, 也能借故有品格又好，这个工作能力又强。In other words, character-wise, capability-wise, competence-wise, she's always tip-top as the first person. So no surprise, she will. 这个我想用这个听到的时候，他告诉我这个新选的总统希望要找他讲话，那我们就晓得哦，这是一个很好的一个象征性，一定会有好的消息。那么我们当时我就想到有一个就是交通部长，因为他是省下，他第一个找不到这样好的人的，又能干，而且品格又好，这个他是一生为国家，一生为公众。他到现在为止，讲得难听一点，以前妈妈在的时候，要妈妈 support 他经济方面妈妈 support， 现在我也 support 他的，他是非常清廉、能干、苦干，而且他还有 一个 view， 他有一个构想，他希望能够为美国做一点事情。
我们知道您最近是发表了一本新书，里面是提到了很多您这个 amazing life journey， 所以里面也特别提到，就是包括您如何教育您的女儿们，让他们这么优秀。那其中包括他们在毕业以后都要到您的公司去工作2年等等的，所以你可以跟我们的观众分享一下，您的这个秘诀如何教好你的女儿这么优秀？
这是有历史背景的，因为他们大学毕业了之后工作，他在高中毕业以后，他在大学上课的时候，暑假里面也到我公司来帮忙，因为那个时候我是一个小公司，为了这个节省费用，所以呢，他是来帮忙的。可是他的帮忙不同，不是光做routine work，普通的工作，他是创造性的。他来了一个暑假，他就做了一个很大的一个 project。他帮我们公司第一次造了3条大船，帮我们最大的美国银行借到的钱，也是从这个是日本最大的船厂，走到了造船的地方，也找到了保险公司。他把我们的服务员、住家，他把银行的借款、贷款，他把造船的船厂在干的风险的保险，他都安排好了，一下子就造了3条船。所以我们我们福美公司这样开始的。当他做得非常成功、非常有利的时候，他说他跟爸爸讲，他说我现在有更大的希望能够到外面去看一看。所以呢，那个时候我就感觉到有点落空，有点失落感。那么好的女孩，不是光我自己，就是我的同仁、我的亲戚、我的同业，他们你自己那么好的女儿，不用去给人家去用，这个真有点想不通。可是他的妈妈跟他一谈了之后，妈妈非常鼓励他，行，他说你出去吧，所以，
我想特别提一下，就是您女儿真的十分的孝顺，就说怎么样把子女教的如此孝顺，而且是在美国，那同时等于是宣扬发扬中国的一个传统的一个文化，是真的很不容易。您怎么做到的？
这个我想你们会看到，从许多小的动作上面，他对爸爸非常关心，他把爸爸妈妈比他自己还重要。这个呢是中国的传统，现在中国当然也有许多变化，不好的传统还在，他就是把这个好的传统传留下来。我想这个是值得我们骄傲的。我倒不是因为我自己，我是更加有这样子的孝心，希望能够保证下去，把中国文化好的教育下去，这是对我们中国非常有帮助。不是光对中国有帮助，因为中国现在正是自己努力，正在受到全世界国家受到注意的时候，我们中国可以跟大家合作，把我们中国的许多长处跟大家分享。这个不是光取，我们也给，所以这是很好的一个例子。
Right. 您可以 Could you talk about how do you keep this kind of Chinese tradition value as 孝顺 and also promote it in this American society?
I encourage young people not to have a complex. They're Chinese and then they're American, and there should be no conflict. It's a combination of the two, which enriches the person. And for myself, I've always found that my dual heritage helped me very much in being more effective in dealing with people because I understand so much more. So I encourage young people to feel confident and to not be afraid to try new things.
观众十分的好奇，就是您教育女儿的秘诀，就每个都教育的这么成功，就可以跟我们分享一下。
讲成功，我想也不敢当啊。不过呢，我想我们每个女儿都是按照他们的兴趣，尽量发挥他们的潜在力，而且呢，把他们的潜在力也都发挥出来。那个这是机遇，还是跟家庭的教育非常有关系。那么我也不敢完全是自己去攻。假如我能家里面能够真正成功的话，还是靠我的太太，因为我的太太她是非常崇礼教的一个。第一个，她是总是感觉到给小孩子不要爱得太深，啊。第二个，她不要管得太严，不要管得太严。跌倒的时候，你不要马上去抱他，啊。他都是从以身作则，啊，把爱放在一个非常这个升华的一个地方，让小孩子自己准备。所以我们的小孩子，第一个，你看几个姊妹之间年龄虽然分隔得很大，彼此之间没有竞争的，只有合作。这一点在美国社会里面不多的，啊。因为他们总是感觉到你比我强，我比你强，这是美国社会的一个本色。可是我们中国人不同，啊，你好，非常高兴，我拥护你，我跟你学习，我也有好处，希望你帮我忙，大家一起好。这是我们家里面的一点特点，这一点我会跟人家分享。第二点，我们希望他到公司里面来看一看。我们的公司讨大家的福，啊，一直是非常平稳，因为我们是雪冰啊，像风浪一样的大风大浪，起起伏伏。可是我们公司一直保持得非常平安，啊，而且非常平稳。尽管市场非常波折，可是我们还是保持成长，啊，不停的。那么这一种呢？第一个要有耐力，第二个要有表现。怎么样能够使得你的合伙的朋友、合伙的 partner 相信你，啊，信任你，这是非常重要。怎么样能够得到他们的信任？你能够感觉到你可以贡献你们，大家一起合作更大。这许多东西。这个是要靠真实，啊，要看创造，也不是光剥削，要有新的创造，要有新的思想，啊，不怕苦，这许多情况，小孩子在我2年里面都晓得很成功。我想这是一点，会跟大家分享的。
谢谢赵博士。最后一个问题 last question, I'd like to talk about the confirmation hearing. There were actually 2 scenes that touches me. One is a lot of senators before they ask you a question, they send their regards to your father. And also, I still remember your husband, Mitch McConnell, introduce you and say he is so proud of give you to serve this country, to give her wife to serve this country. So can you talk about the support from these 2 very important men in your life?
Well, I'm really, really glad that the senators acknowledged my father. I talk about my father a lot and my family a lot to these, American senators. And they admire my family tremendously. They admire our closeness and they admire the family traditions. So even for Americans, how we conduct ourselves and the Chinese values of family is very, very impressive. My father has always been very empowering, not only of me, but of all my other sisters as well. And then my husband, he cooks himself and he does his own laundry. So he is very, very supportive. And we are a good partnership.
All right. Thank you very much for
Thank
your
you so
time.
much.
Thank you.
好，谢谢
Godspeed.
谢谢，Thank you。
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
非常
Very
感谢
good.
谢谢
Very good. Thank
谢
you.
谢
Thank
你
you.
感谢。
谢谢你为我们贡献。